Hold on, brother, I'm talking.
What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel, AJ's Corner. Bit of a somber in this. I always say I'm a fan of the sport first. I'm never a fanboy, but everyone's a fan of Max Holloway. And as much as we all like to think that some people get off with their career with at least never getting chinned, um, just like with Chuck Liddell, chin's good till it isn't, and the more you use the chin, the more chance of it going. And what can often be the case is guys with rock chins like Max, like Liddell, when their chin finally goes, it goes bad. You got the same sort of jaw shape as BJ Penn, who was also known for having a rock solid jaw until he didn't. I mean, even when BJ was on his slide, he still had a pretty good chin on him, to be fair. But this is just my quick little review. I'm not going to go for every fight. It was a wake-up call. For how long I've been an MMA fan, I had RDA, Bobby Knuckles, and Max all to win in a parlay. Would have been a massive payout. Put $50 on it, 50 quid, £50 sterling. Obviously, straight away, RDA's knee blew out. I thought, damn, the man is about in his 40s. He's 39, 40, 41. But I thought he had the stuff to beat Jeff Neal. I still think Whittaker beats Hamzat if he drags him into the later rounds. But let's just start at the top. Man, Topuria, I mean, he was looking a bit out of sorts, a bit shocked, a bit humbled almost. He realised he was in a real fight against Max. And in my opinion, Max won those first two rounds. There was a few moments where Ilya landed big shots, but overall, Max won those rounds in my opinion. And there was a few times I feel he stung Ilya where he made Ilya think, right, this guy's not just a scarecrow, he can hit a bit. I mean, Max was just winning until he wasn't. I really wish Max would have gone for a takedown or just held on for dear life. I don't know if it's a pride thing or if his brains were scrambled, but he did get away and back away. But I really feel like Max could have tried to stay in the fight more. I mean, it's easier said than done, but I mean, he had his hands down like this and the hook came. I mean, his hands were all the way down here, completely nowhere near his face. And man, that left hook, you saw the replay, it made Max's ear wobble like one of those ears when they have the big things, the big holes in them, and they sort of flop like Fluffy Hernandez. Man, it was bad. I don't really want to talk about it that much because it was just devastating to watch. I'm happy for Ilya. He is the truth. He really is the truth. And man, if he beats Lopez, Volk again, and say a Movzar and Aljo, I mean, he will go down as an absolute legend. I also noticed he's not that big built. He looks like he could go to bantamweight, in my opinion. His arms aren't that big. He's solid around the body, but his arms, they're not that big. They seem quite slim. I really think he could make 135 easily. Or not easily, but healthily. There's not really much else to say about that fight. Hamzat versus Bobby Knuckles, I think Hamzat knew he had to gamble, he had to roll the dice and just say, look, I'm either going to take this guy out quick or he's going to drown me in the later rounds. And I think he made the right choice. He was never going to beat Whittaker, I don't think, on points if he was going to be a tough, slogged out fight. And he couldn't keep, the way he started that fight, he couldn't keep that up. So I think he rolled the dice, gambled. I also think there were some weight shenanigans. I don't trust it when fighters from that part of the world fight in that part of the world. I feel like there's very underhand things going on, but I'll just leave it at that, allegedly. Yeah, man, I mean, the injury was brutal. The way he tapped straight away, I think his jaw was just in an awkward position. I don't think he expected the arm to wrap around that part of his jaw, face, and crank that quick, that hard, that quick. I think it might have caught him off guard, and that's what dislocated the jaw, broke the jaw. I think maybe they've had his mouth in a different position. He might have survived, but yeah, man, it was sad to see. Hamzat still hasn't proved to me that he's the man. But him versus DDP would be fun. But I think what would be even more fun would be if Strickland beats DDP and then him versus DDP. The build up to that. I mean, the thing Strickland says about Bilal and stuff about taking his shoes off in the airport, I'll leave it at that. A bit too much for YouTube, but yeah, that will be hilarious build up. I think Hamzat will honestly want to kill him before he gets in the ring, which could play into Strickland's hands. And it'll be a very interesting fight, very interesting fight. Strickland versus Hamzat, because Strickland can go all day, and I'd love to see someone for Strickland to show us his ground game, because Bisping always says how good it is. Ankalaev's next for sure, but I think Alex smokes him. Ankalaev's a good fighter, a decent fighter all around, but he's just not special like Poatan. I think Poatan knocks him out. Poatan has a bad night. I think Ankalaev can beat him. I don't think it's impossible, but I don't think it's a surefire thing. No one's Ankalaev is the champion. He's the most boring #1 contender we've ever had, more or less. Shara Bullet had a great double spinning back fist KO, but that guy still gasses way too easy for me. At the end of the second round, he looked like he was already knackered. I don't know if it's his style or he puts everything into his punches, but yeah, man, he has a tough time. I'm not going to go into much of the rest of the card because I'll be honest, I jumped on the card. I completely missed the timing. I started watching when it was RDA's fight, so it started off bad for me with my bet. But yeah, man, it was a good card for what I seen. I'm going to have to go back on and watch the rest another time. But yeah, those fights were good. It was an epic card. It was a real passing to the torch, and man, it was sad. MMA is just the way it is, you know. Max is only a few years older than Ilya too, but it is what it is. Ilya is the truth. He is the new guy, and man, he puts people out. Not like McGregor used to TKO people. Like Jeremy Stevens said, I'll knock people the F out. He TKOs guys, and I always thought that about McGregor. The only guy he put to sleep was Aldo, and if you look at the Joy Herbert KO and stuff like that, Ilya really puts people's lights out. Yeah, man, that's my views on the card. Just a little quick video to keep my channel ticking over. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.